Hey guys, so today I am testing out Makeup Forever. I've been testing out a couple of Makeup Forever's products, specifically their brushes. I just have like two because they're kind of expensive. But I was so intrigued by this matte velvet skin blurring powder foundation. They have like really simplistic packaging, which I can really appreciate. Oh, but I can't get it open. There we go. I saw Casey Holmes try this out and she really liked it. She said it was best powder foundation for oily skin. During the day I will get really oily, but I don't know what's happened. It's like my skin thinks I'm already 30 and I'm getting like really dry patches here. I was a little bit worried about this. I still love powder foundations. One of my favourites is the Maybelline Superstay. One of my absolute favourites. It is so affordable, but it's just a little bit too deep, and I feel like this is also just a tiny bit too deep for me. I tried to use the sponge. I suppose we're just getting into this review. I tried to use the sponge with this powder and I didn't love it, but I love using this fluffier brush from Wet n Wild with powder foundation, so I thought that this would be a good test with what I normally would use with something like this. I also got the Makeup Forever Jessie J Artist Colour Face Trio. I tested it out once and this is just like a little bit too pink for me. Like, it's just like really pink. So that's not my favourite, but this highlight is incredible. I really wanted to capture the couple of products that I've been trying, and these brushes. The wooden handle, gunmetal barrel, and then they are so soft. I see Kathleen Lights use this one all the time. It's like this super stipple brush, and she uses this for like bronzer and blush. And then I saw her use this brush in one video and she said it was overpriced, but it just looked like a really nice specific highlighter brush. I thought I'd just showcase these brushes as well in this video. I do think they are a little bit too overpriced, just a teensy bit. But if you can find a sale on Debenhams, maybe around Christmas, or just keep an eye out. Debenhams seems to have a lot of sales recently. But I'm just going to put on a primer and some concealer. I'm going to use a primer that I've been using a lot recently, which is the No Pore Blem Primer by Touch in Soul. If you have pores but drier skin, this is phenomenal. I'm going to use the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer. I am going to do a Milani video because I got a load of new Milani products. I want to try them out and test them out a little bit, and then I'm going to give you a fuller review. This is what I would normally do. I would normally cover up with a little bit of concealer and then go in with powder foundation. Okay, so I've scooted you in. This is how I would normally. I have set my under eyes. I meant to say that. It gives a lot of coverage on there was a Makeup Forever Instagram story I saw, and you just saw this girl wipe this on with the sponge and look like she had phenomenal coverage, but I don't always trust those. This is why I want to test it out for myself. She did look phenomenally matte, and I love that look. I feel like I'm being boiled alive in my kitchen right now. Okay, so with a fluffier brush, I don't feel like I got the best coverage. I do feel completely set. I feel like because I put it on with a fluffier brush, it doesn't look so dark. Like, you can kind of see maybe around my brows where it's collected that this powder obviously is darker than my skin. But once I brush that through, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm just going to quickly contour my face with a Milani bronzer, which I will be talking about in another video. So please subscribe. I'm going to quickly contour and then I'll come back to show you the bronzer, blush and highlight. This is just the Colourpop Brow Boss. Nice fluffy, full looking brows. Okay, so I'm going to use this bronzer in here. Problem with these kind of pans is that getting something so fluffy in here and only getting this is a bit difficult, but it blends it nicely. Like, is anything coming off? Am I going crazy? In real life I'm struggling to see the bronzer. Like, I'm digging in here but trying not to get anything else. Let me see if I can get this out. Now that I've taken this out, this is the S114. Now I can just really dig my brush into it. Still, I'm not getting a lot of payoff. Now that one of them's out, I can kind of just shove my brush in and not have to worry. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this pinky blush that I'm not the biggest fan of. This is one of the reasons why I didn't buy this, because I was really excited about that bronzer. But this blush is just so not me. You like a nice pinky blush. If you like pink blushes, you'll love this. It's just, I'm not a pink blush girl. I'm going to use a tiny bit of the new Milani pink, Sunset Passione blush, which is this like really deep colour actually. So I'm just going to add a little bit just to give me something else. That blush is in B210, and this highlighter, which looks super super golden but it's actually quite champagne-y, is H106. H. So I'm just going to dip this wavy brush, which is number 140, into this. This is a really nice highlighter. Really, really pretty, really smooth. I thought this would be a bit too deep for me, but actually it's pretty good. So I'm just going to blend that, just to make sure that it doesn't look like the highlighter sitting on top of the blush. This is what this brush is great for. Just blending everything together. I don't have any other Makeup Forever products. I'm so tempted to get the Makeup Forever lip creams because they look phenomenal, but they're expensive. I'm gonna put on some mascara and a lip and I'll be right back. So these are the shades. Obviously you got the bronzer, blush and highlight. Smooth that bronzer is. Why does it not look like that on my face? So the trio, unless these are going to be your everyday shades, I would honestly say to skip out on it. I do think they're pretty and I will use them, but it's so hard to get your brush in this bronzer, like too hard. This blush is just not for me, and the highlight is really really pretty. I'm not sure how much you can see because it's not that bright today. It's very golden. I have also put it on my inner corners. It's pretty. These do blend nicely, but they're not as pigmented. Like, I just want them ever so slightly more pigmented, and they're just not. And I'm not sure if it's worth the price. I got this on sale, so I don't feel as bad for buying it. I love the little compacts, and I love the idea of Makeup Forever items. I'm not sure if they're worth the price tag. The brushes, again, like I said, they are really nice quality. They'll last you a long time, but they're expensive, and there's so many other alternatives nowadays that these are just too expensive. I will update you later in regards to this powder foundation. At the moment, can I even open it? Well, that's another thing, it's just a little bit too difficult to open. At the moment my skin looks really nice. It does look kind of matte, but obviously it says it's a matte powder, so well, that's expected. Powder foundations, I think they're so convenient. That's the only problem I have with Makeup Forever. They're just a little bit more expensive than I feel is necessary. If they brought their prices down a little bit more, leave me a like if you agree or if you enjoyed this video. I would very, very much appreciate it. So I'm going to wear this for the rest of the day, and I will check in to let you know how it wears. Hey guys, so I just wanted to give you a quick update. At the moment, I am starting to look shiny. It's been about 5 hours, so I probably should have checked in by now. But I was filming, and I will say I had to put a little bit more bronzer on because my bronzer was just not looking good, and I got a parcel which I was so excited about, so I just thought, screw it, I'll put some more bronzer on. I haven't put any more powder on these parts, but I am still looking pretty, not full coverage because I don't think I had full coverage before, but I think it's looking pretty good for a powder foundation. I'll check in another couple of hours prior to me taking off my makeup because I feel like I'm going to probably take this off soon. I feel crazy. Okay, it is now 7 PM. Yeah, just after 7 PM. And this is what the powder foundation is looking like. It's looking a little cakey around my nose. What do you guys think? I honestly think it's held up pretty well, considering it's powder foundation. It's been on my face since 11 o'clock and it's now 7. That's 8 hours wear, and I haven't repowdered. I put a little bit of extra bronzer on and that was it. I honestly feel like this could go another couple of hours and still look pretty decent, so I've got to say I'm pretty impressed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did, subscribe if you feel like it. I would really appreciate it. We are well over 100 subscribers and I am so happy. I am going to be having a giveaway in my next Essence review, so please subscribe so you don't miss it. And what is going on with my hair? And I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye!